سيارتي. هاي جميعا، كيفكن؟ إن شاء الله تكونوا منيح. Welcome to a new vlog. اليوم تعوا معي على شاتو قنافار، خربة قنافار، ورح نتعرف يعني على تير جوا which is a wine that I really like as well. فرح نبلش ننزل بالواينري and تعرفوا شو؟ تعوا معي.
This is the inlet valve, this is the outlet valve, and here we have the pressures of each side.
Okay.
If you look on this side, we have the pressure incoming. It's right now at maybe 0.25 bar, and as long as the filter is not clogged, it will continue rising up to 3. Once it reaches 3 bar, it means the filter is clogged and it will stop.
Okay.
And you can see Hafarna, we dug into the mountain and you can see the mountains
Wow.
on both sides. This allows humidity and cool temperatures. Bottling, actually look at the wall.
Hey, amazing.
This is my lab. This is where I do the analysis of
Wow.
various things. The fermentation area. More focus into fermentation area. As well as half of it is used for aging of the wine in barrels. Here you have Château Qanafar barrels and you have Terre Joie barrels.
So Château Qanafar over here and Terre Joie barrels over here.
There are two kinds of tanks. There are the tanks made in Lebanon. This is a tank made in Lebanon. And we have a tank made in Italy. So when we first started and we were buying tanks, اشترينا تبع لبنان. And then we realized this is about 5,000 liters. This one is also about 5,000 liters. We realized the price difference is not that big. In Italy, they're able to machine weld and they can use thinner steel, stainless steel. So this tank is 5,000, but it's half the weight of this one.
Oh wow.
It uses less steel, less stainless steel. And stainless steel is expensive. So that's one advantage. The other advantage is this kind of cooling jacket. Yeah, this is a jacket, they call it a jacket. It's essentially a double wall.
Okay.
And they do spot welds, and then they insert a high pressure air to inflate the steel and create a chamber between the two walls. And the cold water passes through it to cool the tank. This is much more efficient than this system, which is a ring. 2 rings welded around the tank. So the surface area is much lower. And since the steel is thicker, the exchange of energy, of heat, happens much more slowly. So this is it's fine, it works well for making red wine, but for making white wine, for example, it does not work very well. It's better to use this kind.
Okay, so preference الأحمر.
And this kind of tank.
So this is interesting, tell us about it.
This is a tank that does not have a cooling system. It's simply a storage tank. Yeah, there's no cooling jacket. Yeah.
Oh.
So this is what we call a storage tank. The others are fermentation. What we can do is we can still use this as a fermentation vessel. We simply add cooling coil. This is a coil, in stainless steel.
D'accord.
It's inserted into the tank, and instead of cooling the barra from outside, it cools from inside. It's actually better. It works better because the wine is in direct contact with the cooling coil instead of having to traverse through the wall of stainless steel.
Oh wow.
They both work fine. Finished wine storage. It's bottled wine, essentially. Only bottles, the cardboard boxes are finished bottles ready to sell or ship. This is the bottling line. It's called a monoblock. The system is called a monoblock because it's one block that has several functions. You have rinsing of the bottle, filling of the bottle with wine, and then closing the bottle with the cork.
Okay.
Yeah? An empty bottle enters over there, and a full bottle exits.
They would exit from this. Okay.
And we put them straight in the baskets. It's amazing.
إذا سحبت واحدة من النص شو بيصير أول كون؟
أول شيء if you can do it.
I don't think I can.
If you can do it.
Well, there's a will. ما بنرجع بيروت.
What I know is you can and it won't do anything.
I won't do it.
It's way too tough.
Up to you, huh?
It's too heavy. But in theory,
لا بس
you take one out, it won't. Nothing will happen to the wall.
تحس hypnose. We left the winery. Say hello to Abi Baidoun.
Hello.
Abi is taking us to the mountains.
We're going up to 1,400 meters to see the Cabernet Sauvignon and the Cinsault. And you're gonna drink rosé in the vineyard that it comes from.
يا عين. فرجيكم
It's a bumpy
الطريق.
ride.
It's a bumpy ride exactly. بس تشوفوا وصلنا؟ لا.
No, but that's the rough section.
Okay. You said this wasn't rough?
No, this is just slippery because it's dry.
Okay. It's not rough, it's slippery. There's a difference.
There's a big difference.
أنا رح أعملكم حملة أنا زفت الطريق. وقع الكاميرا هلا مش وقتها.
هلا we're approaching تقريبا 1400 متر. Would you rather walk? We can walk.
I don't mind.
The rosé vineyard. The rosé تبعنا is a single varietal. The Grenache is the grape, and it's picked from a single vineyard every year. Made completely dry. It's very southern French style of rosé. The Arthon is about 1,345 meters, maybe 1,350. It's all clay and limestone, which is really good for vineyards. And the sloping vineyard has really good drainage, which basically it forces the vines to work really hard and build their roots really deep into the ground to get to the water. And that we believe makes a wine more complex and a lot more interesting, and it gives a better quality of wine.
Okay.
Well, every year, our rosé is a single vineyard. It's the only place we make rosé from.
It's one single vineyard
For the rosé, yes. And the senso when we did the rosé.
Okay. هذا روزي Grenache terroir d'altitude. It's good. فهمت شو قصدك what you're saying about the complexity like it doesn't feel يعني خفيف وفيه هالبانش
Yeah, it's pretty intense. It's a very acidic, not acidic, but it's a very sharp wine. It's crisp, it's refreshing.
Exactly.
Well, again, Beaune with Senso, since they're both single varietal, single vineyard, you have to make sure it's perfect. If it's not being blended, if the grape does not come out perfect, that wine is just not going to work as well as it can. That's very, very challenging, and I think this is what makes a single vineyard, single varietal wine so special. We do.
That's
We move
what
on to
wine
the next
people
wine.
do?
Yes, we move to the next one.
Fine. Bye. هلا.
It was terrible, Tasia.
Can we try that again?
A bit.
Stop.
Toss up.
Fine. Fine. the senso up there, so now we're going to try this one.
Yep, SDF. This is Sœur de Fleur. Fleur is the top of the line that we have.
Okay.
SDF is Cabernet Sauvignon The Senso, actually, some of the Senso that you tried is in it, with a bit of Merlot and a little bit of Syrah.
So Cabernet Sauvignon,
Senso, Merlot, Syrah.
Okay.
And that's in order of the proportions.
All right.
Most to least.
Okay.
As you can see, we've changed the labels. We have the artwork here. This is Kherbet Qanafar artwork. She's an old family friend. Who she started making a little bit of artwork for us to put in the tasting room, which we'll see later on. And that's basically how it all started. And people kept commenting on the artwork and how much they liked it. So we decided to incorporate the artwork into the brand. And now she does all the artwork that we put on the new labels. So there's a new Terre Joie. There's a new Senso, the light red wine, has a new label as well, and the rosé the next one is going to have a new label as well, and it's all artwork for her.
Cool.
Yeah.
This one is stronger than the other one.
It's more full body. Yeah. The Senso, the Sin Light is a lighter. It's a light wine.
Okay.
This is it's Cabernet Sauvignon. Yeah, it's underground, so it's a little bit cold or colder.
The bottles.
You want to try to pull one out in the middle?
Yeah.
Go for it.
No. ليك راح يعملها. يا أبي. يا.
Go Abby.
Bravo.
Told you.
It doesn't. ما بصير شيء.
No, of course not. If you remove like 4 or 5, there might be a problem. So we have a little tasting room here.
Okay. So this is where usually people who want to try your wine بيجوا بيدوقوا يعني, right?
No, it depends on the weather. When it's nice and sunny and people want to be outside during the summer.
Or you are sitting outside.
Exactly. When people want to get out of the city and come and sit outside and see the scenery, we do it outside.
It's really nice.
Other times we do it in here.
Okay.
So you've seen this one on the SDF.
Yes.
This is the Fleur. That's going to be the new Senso. The light red wine.
That we tasted a bit before.
The one we tasted up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's going to be the one there.
Nice.
وهيدي Ahmed outside, he actually made this.
Nice.
The base of the table is zaytun, وهيدي pear tree.
Like, well, it's the form of a pear.
Yeah, I know, it's kind of weird. It's actually nice. The rest of the artwork from Colette, this is all the artwork you see here is from Colette.
This is the rest of the artwork for upcoming or previous bottles?
No, this is artwork she used to send us just because we like her artwork.
Ah, okay.
Oh, hold on, now I'm gonna get this for you. Hold on.
We taste outside?
No, we taste inside.
We tasted. No? That's the new one.
This is the new one, yeah.
Wait a minute.
Oh my god, you make wine? Here you have Joe, he's the owner.
Okay.
And on the left you have Ta3o, his son, my cousin.
Okay.
And TJ are his initials, Ta3o Joe Saadi. And they used to call him TJ in high school. Terre Joie,
Yeah.
TJ, Ard Saadi. This is all the branding that we have here. Ta3o Joe in Napa Valley.
Oh wow, have been Napa?
I did a little tour of California, Napa Valley.
So now, we're gonna
now.
see something special. Come on, Katie.
It's a symbolic thing.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Keynes. So this little teepee.
Oh wow. هيدا little.
هيدا اللي شفتيها بالكاست الروزيه.
Oh my god.
12 meters high. So this is kind of like a little symbolic monument that we made because this vineyard is exactly on top of the Yamuni Rift. So the Yamuni Rift was created when Europe, Asia and Africa's tectonic plates collided together.
Ah, rift. No.
Exactly, the rift was created. And we found out years after we planted the vineyard that it's exactly under here. And the teepee is basically representative of the 3 continents together.
Wow.
فهلا whether the subsoil contributes to the wine, nobody can prove anything. It's a nice fact that it's like right under here you have 3 continents that have met together. The soils have all mixed together. Cabernet Franc Merlot, Cabernet Franc Merlot. Fleur only comes from this piece of land. If it's in Fleur, it's from here. This one piece of land is the only. As لاحظتي, we have a lot of this. You know, the Sanso, single vineyard, single varietal. Rosé, single vineyard, single varietal.
Yes.
Fleur, it's 2 varietals, single vineyard. So it's a thing that my uncle is very much into. كله من نفس الأرض.
That's actually awesome.
Yeah. And it gives a consistency. You know what to expect. You get a similar flavor. You get a similar style year after year. If you like it, it's always going to be, I know, up to a certain extent, but it's a variation of the same thing that you expect.
صح.
You smell Fleur 15, you smell 14, you smell 16, you smell 17. They all have something that they're related. You know it comes from the same place. It has a consistency, and I think it's a really nice thing to do. And هيك فيها ما بعرف what the description is, but it's
A soul.
exactly. It becomes an entity. When you see the word Fleur on a bottle, you know what to expect, you know what to feel, you know what to experience. It's there. The Grenache is the same way. The Rosé is the Grenache is the Rosé. Sanso is the same thing. Sanso 16, Sanso 17. The Sanso we're making. The characteristics are almost always exactly the same. You know what you're gonna get, and it's
alive.
It's good. Exactly. It is what it is. This is what we make. If you like it, you like it, and you stick with it. It doesn't go away. And year after year, we try to produce better quality if we can. So no, at least it's the same style.
Cheers to that.
There's no unexpected surprises.
On this wonderful and beautiful and heartfelt note, we're gonna end this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope إن شاء الله تكونوا انبسطتوا بهالمشوار. و تعوا على Terre Joie، تعرفوا على أبي. Cheers. Delicious wine, lovely stories, and a beautiful, beautiful place to visit. Cheers.